So, how's everybody doing? Got some pretty crazy breaking news here that came out over the weekend. Since I'm actually at work at this time, I knew nothing of it until early this morning when I was actually watching a Mighty Jingles video, and it comes out that Obsidian has been fired by Mail.ru and has taken over Armored Warfare in its entirety. I I'm not happy about this because I think Obsidian was doing a really good job. It's just that with everything coming to light so far, especially coming from former employees of Obsidian and Mail.ru, or actually My.com, who is owned by Mail.ru. The thing is that Mail.ru wanted World of Tanks clone, and that's not okay with me, because if I wanted to play a World of Tanks game, I would go play World of Tanks. I played Armored Warfare because of how unique it was in its gameplay. Now, granted, there was almost nobody on the North American server. All my stuff was on the North American server. All my progression, all my tanks, and that's gonna be pretty much lost. Because word has it that and this is just completely speculation, but the fact that they will probably end up merging the North American and the European Union servers, or they'll just shut them down altogether and just tailor the game to just Russians and completely cut out Western markets altogether. And this drives me nuts because I like the game, and I like the developer of the game, and now that's completely gone. And this really affects me a little bit because I love playing this game. It's just that nobody else played it. So if you guys haven't checked out Reddit, and this is on their actual subreddit, there was Gator Tribe, who was a design consultant for Obsidian Entertainment in My.com. And he went through and he explained, some of the stuff that, that he thought was wrong and who to blame and stuff like that. And he feels like that the whole thing, falls on not only just Mail.ru being, who they are, but also on Obsidian for, not taking, the lead on it and getting an upper hand in just the development of the game itself. So in Russian, it's called Project Armada for a reason, because Russia just came out with their new tank and blah blah blah, and of course it broke down in the middle of their parade while they were trying to show it off. But they were wanting a World of Tanks clone, but to be as close as possible to it with modern tanks without getting sued by Wargaming, because Mail.ru was wanting that cash cow. And how do they get a whole part of that cash cow? Well, for one, you don't copy another game. You don't try to make a clone of another game. You got to be unique in your own way, because if you make a direct clone of another game, people are just going to look at that and say, why do I need to leave this game? I got this one already and I like it. So there was a lot of things about that it affects me. That drives me nuts. So here's what it comes down to. Mail.ru canceled the contract with Obsidian, and they're taking over all of the development of the game. We don't know if anybody else or any other companies are going to be part of the development team. There is a few people who, have already expressed their disbelief at this, that Obsidian is now gone out of that Obsidian is now gone out of, Armored Warfare altogether. And I don't like the fact that they see, this is what's bullshit. They release general PR statements. That's it. And saying, hey, we had a great time. No, you didn't. Don't fucking lie to us about this bullshit. Because as gamers, if you're going to take our money, you need to be upfront with us about the bullshit that happens. Because we're invested in this too. Don't just fucking lie to us like that. So if shit's going downhill, let us know, because either we're going to stay and we're going to be like, we're going to stay on this sinking ship, and we're hopefully going to, be a part of that when it comes out from being wrecked, or we're going to go down with it. But no. Mail.ru looks at it as, we don't need the Western market. And that's what pisses me off. They have a short-sighted goal without a long-term commitment. So, if you're listing Mail.ru, guess what? You're not going to get any more money from people in North America.